Pretty strong dual lane there up towards the top side of the map. S4 going to be soloing bottom versus ROTK's Phoenix, who he did already skill up the Icarus dive, maybe expecting to, or no, actually got the Fire Spirits, excuse me. So he is expecting the 1v1, and that's exactly what he's getting. But he's going to have a tough time staying this lane. You can see the Harasker coming in, already being pushed back quite far.
And I really like I.M.O's lineup. Like Matt said, there's a whole lot of control. You've got a lot of team fight to back up the fact that you have a bounty hunter. You can't just pick a bounty hunter and assume that he's going to help you win fights. He's the finisher and the opener. He's not really going to ever come in. You're just going to annoy people with the track. So you need almost pure team fight heroes to go along with him. And that's what the Winter Wyvern and the Phoenix provide for you.
Yeah, looking at the bounty hunter so far, he has gotten a deeper ward off towards the middle lane, trying to at least spot the movements of the secret supports, but we haven't actually seen him gone in. Currently is a sentry ward sitting down here in the river, and I'm not spotted right now, but going back to what the analyst said, where do you go as the bounty hunter? Viper, a very tough gank in the early game, generally speaking. Oh, hold that thought, Zai getting pursued a bit, he does have a charge available. He will back himself away. But this is not an easy kill lane either. Spearbreaker Dazzle. So where do you think the bounty hunter should be applying the pressure?
I think you just roam around, see what opportunities you can get. There is an opportunity right now at bottom to kill S4. He's getting quite low. He does have the salve, but ROTK, what he's doing right now is getting him low enough so that he won't pop the salve, but he'll eat a tango.
But look at this.
Oh, he has a sentry.
Is he going to notice in time, though?
He
tangos through. He's going to commit to this one, and on they go to S4. He may be forced to turn and fight. He's going to retreat out. Fire Spirit's burning him down, though. It won't be the first blood, but it will be a big kill for I.M.O. They get on the board. ROTK hits level 4. Lanham cracks level 2. And S4, playing a hero known for its lane dominance, not being allowed that 1v1 that he craves.
And you saw how well played ROTK did that. He got him in a range where S4 doesn't feel like he needs to use the salve because he has 5 tangos. And he has that sentry ward at the same time, so he feels like he's perfectly okay, but...
CTY's going for the mid lane, but Arteezy turns. He's got his long range raise. He's going to connect. CTY getting a little over-eager there. And not able to hit that second remnant on the hero itself. Only got the overload and was not enough for the kill.
That was just pure outplay there. Arteezy goes for the stick instead of going for the bottle first and is able to utilize that to get a kill. And Lanham, he's in this middle lane. He wants to grab that chicken.
Gonna be tough though. Well, let's see. Just the one attack off. He needs. Oh, the speed burst. Quick reactions. That was just a quarter of a second there to hit that and back off. Could have been a big kill on the courier there, but SF able to hang on for now. And taking a look at the CS, seems like Secret are pulling a bit ahead for the cores here. As far as in fact, for all 3 lanes, they are winning the farm battle early on, and as a result, they do pull ahead a bit in gold. About 500 so far.
A large portion of that just comes from the fact that Arteezy was able to solo kill CTY, something that should not happen at that phase of the game. You know that the SF wants to get aggressive on you, and Zai's going for the charge. They do have a ward here, but he should just back himself to the tower, and he should be fine.
CTY playing it safe now. It's about to be the 4-minute rune spawn anyway, so he'll work together with the Phoenix in the offlane and should be able to secure this. RTK getting aggressive now on Kuroki's Bane, who's only level 2, not really getting much experience. I do want to point out the bounty hunter dropped a sentry over near the big camp, looking to, I believe, block these pulls. Does this actually block it? Is that in range? The sentry over near the big camp.
I think it's close.
Okay.
I would have to see when...
Are we going to see this again? Yep, there's the tango coming out. This time the courier has no speed burst ready. And Lanham, where once he doesn't succeed, he'll strike again, but the charge is coming in. Lanham almost dead and done. Doesn't deny to the ancients. He was close, but couldn't get the job done. He did spend his gold here, picked up a pack of wards first.
I think it's well worth it. Dying for the courier at that point, you're only a level 3 bounty hunter. You're not adding too much value to the game. You have to get something, and going for courier snipes a pretty decent way to do it, but the weird thing is when you play against a bounty hunter, you know he's going to do it every single time.
And it's just so hard to stop. I mean, you literally have to either bury everything out or constantly just be camping the speed boost button with the hero. And Arteezy wanting to focus on mid there as well. I want to point out this bounty hunter's bought 4 more wards, and is this where you just go and block off every jungle camp? As we see the dive on top lane, Zai getting pursued, but is graved up for now. Will survive. Be first back here. Now he's going to salve, hides in the trees. But yeah, what's the game plan here for our bounty hunter?
I think that is the point, and he's going to try to help out this bottom lane, but he doesn't have the egg quite yet. And S4 does have his ultimate, and I don't think they want to commit to this. There is a dust on Kuroki, so I don't think that the bounty hunter should be here. Maybe he's just looking to soak XP because he knows they don't have sentries, but they're definitely going to go on this.
He's got the dive available. Out comes another strike along with the brain set. The last auto tech not quite enough. Will it take him down? ROTK barely surviving, and this gives Lanham free reign to walk into the jungle. A couple of pings came out. Did he actually shadow walk there? I don't think so, but they seem to expect him to this bottom rune. And I'm looking to grab it, getting eyes on Kuroki. A lot of pings. They want to control these, but CTY will get the bounty rune as Arteezy gets the real prize here, the double damage.
Yeah, and right now he's doing such a good job.
Oh, now they've actually seen him. Lanham playing with fire.
He still has 4 wards available, and I think this might be one of the counters to the Shadow Fiend where, you know, he won't show himself on the map, but if you just ward his entire jungle, you could just get rid of his...
There's a charge. It's a long way to go for Zai, but he is rushing in towards bot, and thinks better of it. In fact, the real aggression is going to go the other way. With the diamond from RTK, he's hit level 6, he can deploy the egg here, wants to hold it as long as possible, getting out the fire spirits, bringing him down, haven't committed just yet. Will Secret be able to snipe him before he gets it off? In comes UAF as well. The call down's an airball. Kuroki just skirts away from it. The charge through 1 to 2 hits on Lanham. Can they focus him now? They got a brain set. They get the kill. Now the egg, though. Secret's fighting into it, but focusing with 3 arrows. Kapow! It won't actually go off. Held it for a long time there. The backup rises up to CTY. Jump in number 1, gets Kuro. Will he go for more? He's pretty low on the mana. And in fact, pump fake on the charges. Zai will just back off towards the base. But Arteezy, he's getting a free time here in the mid lane now.
Yeah, and this is perfectly fine if you're Secret, because Puppy's going to soak XP at top. Arteezy's going to really hammer this mid tower. He's got full treads, an Aquila finish on the courier. He has a DD rune right now, and he's just going to work.
It's just what happens with Shadow Fiend. If you don't constantly pressure him, the second you step back, he cleared out what I believe was a double stack, and he just keeps on farming the jungle from here. The camps haven't really been warded. They just placed 1 deep ward for vision. But they're not slowing down Arteezy's economy whatsoever. And in fact, also top 8 in the CS charts is S4. The 2 cores for Secret. Off to a hot start here in game number 1.
Yeah, and this is the strength of the Shadow Fiend. Because he can clear the waves so quickly, it means that if you're a Storm player and you decide to leave the game, which I think CTY had to, it means that there's a free creep wave at your tower every single time. If you notice, Arteezy, 1 raise, 2 raise, right-click the tower. That means CTY always has to rotate, or somebody has to be there to respond, and it gives his team a lot of information. Because if nobody shows up, then he knows A, a gang's happening, or B, CTY's in his own jungle, and either way, it's just free space for him.
Speaking of free space, Puppy's found a lot here top. He's at level 6 at 8 minutes in on a Dazzle. The dual lane helping out quite a bit. He's actually out-leveling Zai, who was the man enlisted to give some support to these other lanes. He's waiting for a charge opportunity now. No points in the Nether Strike just yet. And they have finally planted down a sentry near the big camp, but in some ways it feels the damage already done. There's the charge onto DDC. He was instantly ready with the Cold Embrace. That's not going to happen. Let's force the Gyro TP out. He'll back off, and well, bottom lane going to be freed up a bit for S4 as Lanham. There's a bit of leeching here off of Arteezy in the Radiant Woods, but there's the call down top side, try to charge out, there's the Grave as well, kept alive for now. Can they get him with the last Fire Spirit? No heal! Oh, he barely survives defensive sleep. Still the Splinter Blast prevents the escape. Oh, they really tried. They pulled out everything in the medical kit there, but it wasn't enough to keep him alive.
You are seeing how difficult it is to kill Secret's heroes, though. You have to deal with the charge, the natural tankiness of almost all the heroes. I think Matt pointed it out yesterday where Bane's just one of those naturally tanky supports. You've got a shallow grave and nothing cuts through it. You've got a Spirit Breaker, for some reason, was given 1,000 HP as a base and 7 armor to boot without any armor items. So you just got a lineup that's incredibly hard to kill. Sooner or later, you're going to see a mech on S4, and Arteezy's doing... Actually, he's going to be the one grabbing the mech, and so you've got a team that can pretty much just 5-man wherever they want, and this Storm Spirit hasn't had the best game. So for me, what's a little bit concerning is what's CTY's place in this game?
Your guess is as good as mine right now. It feels like he's going to need a lot of time then. There aren't many stacks, but they are looking to just gank. Endlessly aggressive, but look who's waiting at Zai. He rotates in, 2-hero charge. Follow-up stun. CTY barely escaping. Now they drop the egg, but again, 3 heroes there to try and focus it down. They have to stop it. No, they can't. CTY denied. He jumps in to just prevent the egg from being killed off, and in doing so, he also hits the deck. Arteezy with the buckler. Now going to push in this mid lane. He will kill it off. Secret just starting to really pull ahead here in terms of the net worth. Now up to about a 4K gold lead, a 3K experience lead, and unlike C-Deck, who you and I cast yesterday, there aren't big jungle stacks to fall back on here for I.M.O. No ancient stacks for the Gyrocopter, no big stacks in their own woods, and it's just going to make it hard to fight this battle of money with Secret, who are already so far ahead.
Yeah, what you're seeing right now was the power of the Shadow Phoenix, because he just clears out the waves. When CTY goes for the gank in the bottom lane, he can just push in the mid lane, and no other hero can stand up against him.
And there's the charge once again. Zai already galloping towards the top side of the map. DDC is level 7 here, but if nothing else, he gets some quick transportation towards the north. And he is scouted here by a Dire Observer Ward. He's still going for this. I don't think he commits any further. Well, Zai trying to test me, but he will back off. So they get control of the top tower. Doesn't actually have to go in. This will be tower number 2 for Secret, and taken freely. And now the mech comes online. The Viper of S4 has gone back for a Bracer, so he's just getting cheap tank items. Would be surprised even maybe a Drums comes out for him. It looks like they want to push.
I think they had an internal discussion where S4 thought he was going to go for the mech, hence the Ring of Regen, but I think they rethought that and said, Arteezy's doing such a good job, we can just get online really quickly. And I think this is in response to the fact that CTY is so underfarmed. If CTY had a point booster on top of what he already has with the treads, then maybe they can change their build or their playstyle a little bit, but because he doesn't, it's so incredibly hard for them to fight right now. Like CTY rolls in, all he'll do is run into a brick wall.
Not hard for Secret. Not hard for Secret. There's the charge on the DDC. No Cold Embrace the time he gets stunned. The cooldown's there. Pretty good one. Connects on 2. Looking to focus Arteezy, but Puppy's ready in position with the Grave, and out comes the Requiem. Dodged by the Phoenix Egg, but to what avail as they grip T-Way. They'll bring him down 2. Arteezy juking for all his work. Did they even get him? The last remnant just barely takes him down. But was it worth it? 4 heroes collapse. The tower still falling. The gold swing not as bad as you would expect, but that's only because Secret are already so far ahead.
That wasn't significant for you? 1,400 gold going the other way.
4-1, I thought, 2,000's not out of the question here, but that was brutal.
Yeah, they lose a tier 2, and you saw the weakness of the Storm right there. He rolls in, he doesn't really have a target. Arteezy gets graved up, and then he's just kind of stuck in a situation where he has to flip a coin. Either A, I get out of here, or B, I just chance the kill on him, but most likely you're going to die there. I mean, he went for it, but that definitely wasn't worth it. And right now, Secret are just showing how to beat a Storm. You collectively group up as 5 with a mech, with naturally tanky heroes that can back each other up, and the counter-initiation game from Secret is so strong right now. You don't even have a BKB on Arteezy yet. There's not even any real items on S4, and yet you're still struggling to get into fights, and that has to be so troublesome because heroes like Gyrocopter rely on winning the early game. All of your skill set naturally lends to it, and the fact that you're losing this hard in the early game does not bode well.
Secret on the smoke once again, and they move on towards mid. RTK doesn't have the egg available, but clear if that's the hero they want. Well, yeah, you betcha it is. They're going to charge forward. They're committing for this quite heavily. Track is available now, and that will deter Zai. That is something I think worth discussing more. Is Phoenix, not a very common pick right now, and we haven't seen an egg actually go off this game. I think we've seen 3 casts, and every single time there's been 2, 3, even 4 Secret heroes that just instantly focus it down. And it feels like the impact of the Phoenix in the offlane just hasn't really been there for I.M.O.
I think the idea was that you could use it in conjunction with the Winner's Curse just to create chaos on the map, but if you notice, every single time Secret YOLO dives on the DDC, and it's so difficult for them to stop that. They don't really have an ability like Grave where you can deter them from going on the support. Like, all he has really is himself, and I mean, he's been a little bit out of position. I think he has to be in better positioning so that he doesn't just get charged and blown up in the beginning of the fight.
Speaking of charges, there's one on towards top. CYF in danger now. If he doesn't drop the cooldown immediately, he may just go down off the bat. There's the cooldown. Isn't enough to force them back. The grip could come through, and it will. And even through the rocket barrage, Secret show no mercy in butchering that poor Gyrocopter. And they're also taking the tower bottom during this time. Objectives everywhere, just piling in for Secret. I.M.O completely thwarted every turn, it feels. They try to bring RTK in mid along with the Bounty Hunter, but can't find any kill opportunities. This Storm, he's too